What my cane means to me is independence, freedom to get about independently.
My cane is pretty much my eyes, or the equivalent of my eyes, in that it gives me all the details I need about my surroundings and my environment for me to get around safely and independently.
Basically, it will find things before I do, and it's better that it cops the bumps and bruises rather than me.
Hi, I'm Mark Beretta, and today I'm out and about for guide dogs. And while we have a gorgeous little guide dog puppy with us here today, we are out on behalf of guide dogs to celebrate Watch Out Cane About campaign. We all love our eyesight, we all appreciate it, you'd never want to lose it. But I know at different times, we've all tried to close our eyes and see how far you can walk before you bump into something. But have you ever thought about taking it the next step? What would it be like to try and cross a busy road without the use of your eyesight? Well, today, with the help of Tiffany, who's an orientation and mobility instructor, we are going to take some people, blindfold them, give them the white cane and see how they go crossing a busy road. So, Tiffany, why is Guide Dogs conducting this social experiment?
Well, it's recently been reported that 1 in 2 people who have a vision loss have had a near miss while they've been crossing the road, and 1 in 12 people have actually been hit by a vehicle.
Yes, I've had a few near misses, and I suppose it makes you more diligent, more careful.
We were standing waiting to cross the road, and he was coming round what we call near side traffic on my right hand side, and didn't stop, and that was it.
I don't remember a great deal about it. I remember hearing the car screeching.
It was quite sudden, and so I realised I have to be pretty much on guard all the time.
But certainly, even sometimes then leaving home for a while, I was a little bit anxious and took some time to build the confidence up again to get across the streets.
Tiffany, how do you train someone with a vision impairment to cross the road?
We train clients to be confident and independent when they're crossing the road. We train them so that they expect drivers to follow the same road rules, and we train them over the same route a number of times.
What are some of the different canes?
Well, there's 3 types of canes, Mark. There's the long cane, there's the identification cane and the support cane, and they're issued depending on the person's individual needs and their vision loss.
So if you are a driver approaching an intersection or a set of traffic lights, what should you do?
I would say to all drivers, be aware of pedestrians, whether they've got poor vision or not.
Just slow down, abide by the rules, that sort of thing, because it's always better to be careful and not have any accidents happen than for someone to be injured.
I'd like to say to motorists, don't creep up.
You know, I'm waiting because I'm going to make sure you've come to a stop before I commit myself into the middle of the road.
I guess some cars, they start honking at you or they start shouting at you, but with the traffic and everything else going on and the stress of crossing a road, it gets a bit hectic and it's not very clear anymore, so...
Just be patient, please. Everyone's got to get over the road, doesn't matter whether you can see or not.
Our participant is just about to take the challenge to cross the road. What they don't know is that we have someone in a car who's going to simulate a couple of things that you shouldn't do as a driver.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Tell us all about that. You can take the blindfold off now.
That was really quite scary. I did not know what to expect. You know what the general layout of the road is, but once you're blind, you don't know what's going on. You know where the beeping's coming from. I couldn't even tell if I was walking straight or not. If it wasn't for the helper.
It's pretty scary. A lot of the drivers around here are just so impatient. Watching people cross the road just earlier on and seeing cars just race around, it's like they had no time for anyone but themselves. It's not a good thought when it's a task where you're crossing the road and you have to do it every day.
It was terrifying, actually. Yeah, I think we rely so much on what we see, and when you're doing something like crossing a road, it's usually so easy, and just then it was probably one of the scariest experiences.
Oh, it certainly felt as if I was in danger, but I didn't think I was in danger until the gentleman came up to me on the crossing and led me off by the hands, especially a lot faster than I would have felt comfortable in walking on that crossing, because I simply didn't know. It was all very well tapping the cane, but as soon as I was being led, I lost full control of that process. It would have been very scary if I was visually impaired the whole time. I wouldn't have known what to do.
Even something as little as the cars beeping really rocked me. I mean, I've got a whole new respect for blind people. That was intense, to say the least.
It's a difficult task, and one which everyone should be mindful of.
So remember, if you do come across someone with a cane trying to cross the road, there's a few things that you shouldn't do. Honk, yell instructions, flash your lights, or wave them on. This will only confuse them, but you can do these things to help. Follow the road rules, give them more time to cross the road, and use extra caution. Remember, you might see their cane, but they can't see you.
Basically, obey the road rules. Look out for our canes. We're out and about a lot more these days. We need to get out in the community to play a better role and bigger role.
I think everyone deserves to be able to travel safely, whether you're a driver or a pedestrian. So I think that everyone should just be more aware of each other, and that would make things a lot easier.
And to just slow down. Life's too short.
Visit the website for more information. We can all try to make it safer for people with a vision impairment to cross the road. And remember, watch out, cane about.